So again, I repeat, because the Greeks removed the theophoric extension from off of the name, the celestial name of Mem Yud Kaf Yud He Vav He, the theophoritos of the name, they substituted the celestial name Mem Yud Kaf Yud He Vav He Mika Yahweh, that means who is like Yahweh, and replaced it with Mem Yud Kaf Aleph Lamed Mikael, which means who is like God. For the sake of those who may be asking why, if you're just tuning into this recorded testimony, well, first of all, you must remember, Yahweh ben Yahweh is Yahweh in the flesh of man, the mighty God, the God of the earth. References you can refer to of the Bible, the book of John, chapter 1, verses 1 through 14, and Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6, as well as the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 4. Yahweh ben Yahweh created his own angels and has his own order of angels that are awarded to him from the Father. Yud He Vav He. Now you can confirm that in the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and read verses 51 through 54. Read it for yourself and see. Second, because of reverence, the divine and ineffable name, Yud He Vav He, Yahweh, is not to be spoken by them, the Gentiles. And because of reverence of this original celestial name that beholds the ineffable theophoric extension of the God of the Hebrews, that is, with its celestial meaning, the order of the Roman Empire that was ordered by Pope Pius IV of January 26, 1564, in the Papal Bull per Benedictus Dios for only the Catholic Church, was done so accordingly. What was done so accordingly? Well, to have the name Mem Yud Kaf Yud He Vav He Yahweh Mika Yahweh go stripped and become naked. Reference Micah chapter 1 verse 8. To behold only the 4 remaining Hebrew characters from right to left. Mem Yud Kaf He, interpreted as Mika, which means who is like. I repeat, Mem Yud Kaf He, Mika, means who is like, which means they stripped the theophoric extension Yud He Vav He, Yahweh, from Mika. Why did they do that? Well, to hide the soul of the, quote, archangel, end of quote, who is like Yahweh, under the title, quote, Moristite, end of quote. And when you do your study and research, you will discover that this title, Moristite, spelled Morasthite, means, quote, the one who is hidden and reserved. I repeat, the title, Morasthite, Morasthite, means, quote, the one who is hidden and reserved, end of quote. Reference Micah chapter 1, verse 1, and chapter 7, verses 7 through 10. So, the celestial name that is connected to the soul of he that would carry out the two prophecies that they placed in the book of Jude, as well as where it is found in the book of Revelation, chapters 5 and chapter 12, will be misconstrued by the world of false prophets and false clergies, those false biblicists and false Bible scholars who would continuously conceal its truth and the true meaning during their testimonies and sermons in church as a form of deception. This is Satan and his angels that were prophesied to do that, according to the book of Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9. That makes their battle more powerful during this spiritual and prophetical and biblical war in heaven. A war of truth against lies. It is, in fact, that the true Mikael, should you prefer, will stand up, reference Daniel 12:1, and reveal to the whole earth the allegory and simile of the book of, quote, Jude, spelled Jude, end of quote. That, first of all, there is no such name or servant of Yahweh. How is that? Because the name, quote, Jude, Jude, came from the Hebrew Yud Dalet Wav He Yud. Yud He Wav Dalet He. Frontwards and backwards. Yehuda, or Judah in English, of the Old Testament, that was transliterated to the Greeks. Eudas. In other words, the way we pronounce Judah and the way they have twisted and tried to hide Yehuda, they created their own Eudas of the New Testament, that the Englishmen came along and created the name Jude, Jude, of the English as euphemism. There's no J anyway in Hebrew. Didn't matter what they did. The truth would have been revealed in time. The third reason is because the euphemized name Jude, Jude, for the so-called tribe of Judah, is an allegory that represents the dead body of Moses that is mentioned in Jude 1 and 9, verse 9 of Jude. This is also the dispute of Mem Yud Kaf Yud He Wav He, Mika Yahweh, against Satan and his angels. A dispute that actually started in Egypt, which is the modern Egypt, America today. And this dispute is being carried out right now on the internet, addressed to Satan, that started in Egypt, the modern day Egypt, as you are being commanded to, quote, let my people go. Let my people, Judah, go. I had a vision recently. I saw red water. The rivers were red in the area of the east, around Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland. The rivers in that area was red. I saw red water in a vision. You are being commanded by the Celestial Lodge to let my people, Judah, go. I, myself, Mem Yud Kav Yud Hed Wav He, Mika Yahweh, am now bringing this back to your remembrance. Just like it says in the book of Jude, beginning at verse 5. Read it and see. This is that great day. In fact, they made a movie about it, metaphor. One of the stars was Yul Brynner, who played Pharaoh, with his head being bald. And Charlton Heston played Moses, the servant of Yahweh, with the hair of a grayish to white beard. And I, who is like Yahweh, now say to you, Yahweh rebuke you, Pharaoh. Yahweh rebuke thee, Pharaoh. Yahweh rebuke thee, Pharaoh. Let my people go, that they may serve their own God, Yud Hed Wav He, Yahweh, even Yud Hed Wav He, Beth Musafit, Yud Hed Wav He, Yahweh ben Yahweh. That's 3 times that you were asked and commanded. Thrice. And with that said, please continue to tune in on the internet as we continue our revelation of, quote, the 3rd seal, end of quote. And remember, Judah, your very own God, Yahweh, loves you. Your Savior and your Redeemer, Yahweh ben Yahweh, loves you. And so do EYE, your host, saying, Shalom Aleichem.